welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Foundation Friday. If you are new here, I am LuceStephenson, but you can call me Luce because we're all friends here. Today's video, we're going to be testing the Makeup Revolution brand new Conceal and Hydrate Foundation and Concealer. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you enjoy videos like this and give this a thumbs up. There'll be a playlist listed down below of all my other Foundation Fridays. It feels so good to be doing them again. Let's get straight into this foundation, what it claims, and let's do a wear test and try this bad boy. Let's try it out. So this foundation and concealer is an expansion from their Conceal and Define range. A lot of people were saying that the Conceal and Define foundation and concealer was quite drying. I do agree with the foundation being more on like the matte side. And I never got around to trying the foundation, so I'm definitely excited to try this. It comes in 50 shades. It's infused with hyaluronic acid to hydrate the complexion, give a plumping effect to the skin for a smoother satin glow finish. It's meant to be for every skin type and tone, but it's particularly beneficial for anybody who has dry skin. It says it offers all day long radiance and glow without settling to fine lines or clinging to dry patches. We shall see. It has a luxe glass bottle with a new pump applicator for added control. So on the other one, it came with like a big kind of giant concealer applicator. So we've gone for a pump this time, which I much prefer. It states that it's medium to full coverage. Once again, we will put that to the test. And it states that if you want to have a more of a like natural, let your complexion shine through, veil like kind of coverage, then to use a damp beauty sponge. What we are going to do is we're going to do one side with a brush and one side with a sponge. I've actually just opened up a brand new beauty blender for the occasion, and let's just get into trying this foundation. Makeup Revolution has hit your girl up and sent across numerous shades of the foundation for us to try and swatch. And they've also sent across numerous shades of the concealer to try and swatch as well. So let's have a look to see what colours we've kind of got to play with. So based on the colours that have been sent, I think the best match is, I mean, this one does look quite similar, which was the one that I actually picked out myself without realising that it's actually a pink undertone and I'm a yellow undertone. So actually, I mean, it's not too bad of a match, but I think this one matches me a little bit better, and this is the shade F8.5, which is crazy to think that F8 would like suit me. But I'm gonna go with this one because it has the nice yellow undertone, which I absolutely love. Okay, so going in with one full pump all over the face, no primer on because I just wanted to see what this foundation is like by itself. I'm gonna start with this side of my face with the buffing brush, and then for the other half of the face, I'm gonna be taking my beauty blender. So straight away I can tell that it actually blends out a lot better with a sponge than it does a brush. But like it does say on the packaging, it does give you a bit more of a sheer effect when it comes to the sponge. But I don't really mind like building up my coverage with a sponge because of the effect that it does give on the skin. So I don't mind that all that much. But I don't know if you're able to tell on camera, it's a lot more full coverage on this side than it is on this side. You can kind of see a little bit of my redness kind of peeking through, or redness around my eyebrows up here where I've recently had them waxed. I don't know if you can see on this side though, it's kind of like sitting on top of the skin, where with the sponge it kind of just blends in. So I'm actually just going to put the sponge all over the brush side as well because I much prefer the sponge finish than I do with the brush. I'm going to take a tiny little bit more. I'm going to put that on the areas where it hasn't covered up as much just because of the sponge. Like I said, I don't mind doing this. I don't mind adding a little bit of coverage here and there if the finish is going to be better, because the brush finish, it just kind of sits on top of the skin. It doesn't look the best, if I'm honest. I found that with the sponge, it literally just melts into the skin beautifully. Just to let you know a little bit about my skin, I have combination skin. I get oily in my T-zone, but then I also get a very dry, flaky nose as well. So that's kind of the big test for me, is how is it going to compare on my nose. And I can see some of my skin is like flaking off already. Nice. So this is how the foundation is looking. It is definitely quite glowy. I feel like it's actually better than the stick foundation. You can kind of see here where it's kind of sitting a little bit on the dry bits around my nose, but my nose is really bad right now, so you know, you win some, you lose some, don't you? So So next up is the concealer. This retails for £7. It says that it's suitable for everybody that's looking for a lightweight finish with a boost of moisture. It says that it has an infusion of hyaluronic acid just like the foundation, and that it can cover blemishes, can even your skin tone, counteract dark circles. It says that it is designed for drier skin, so it's a sheer satin finish that won't settle into fine lines, and it has a doe-foot applicator which allows for a smooth, delicate application. And it says put some dots underneath your eyes and then blend out with a sponge. It comes again in 50 shades, and it also has a white shade, just like the foundation has a white shade as well if you want to mix it, or you can also use the white as an eyeshadow base. So I'm going to be going in with the shade C1, which is this one here, and I think I might even mix it a little bit with the C0.2, which is this yellowy one here, just to kind of brighten it up. And like it says, it comes with a doe-foot applicator just like the original Conceal and Define concealer does. And once again, I'm just taking the beauty blender to blend that out. I've put a little bit on my forehead just to help to cover up the blemishes, just because I've had a little bit of a reaction to the cream that the person put on my eyebrows after they waxed them. My skin is so sensitive. That blended out like a dream. Really, really easy to blend. Like literally like nothing in it when it comes to blending it out. So easy. My under eyes are so dry as well. I need to start using eye cream. Like I need to start looking after myself properly and drinking more water, because I've totally fell off that whole bandwagon of looking after myself and drinking some water. Like I said, I'm going to be taking some of the C0.2. I'm just going to do just a little dots, just because I don't want it to go obviously yellow, just to kind of brighten my under eyes up a little bit. Have you tried this foundation and concealer yet? What are your thoughts? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what other foundations you want me to do in a Foundation Friday. It feels so good to be doing them again. I really missed doing them. Wow, that yellow to just brighten underneath the eyes, that's actually amazing. So I'm going to set this in place before it creases, because my under eyes crease like a bitch. So this is what the foundation looks like. I'm not going to lie, I've just had a typical Lucy breakdown. I took the whole foundation off because this glitter eyeshadow kind of dropped onto the concealer, and I flicked it off, but I could still tell that it was like a little bit orangey from the eyeshadow, and I thought it's not fair, and I'm doing like a full review video on this foundation and concealer, so I took it all off and put it all on again. And note number one to make from that kind of taking off and putting back on again is less is more with this foundation. You do not need a full pump. It is absolutely stunning with less. And note number two is it has to be applied with a beauty blender to get such a flawless finish. I don't know if you can tell, but even like the area around my nose is a lot better than what it was in like the previous clip. It's not as kind of caked up. And I also didn't use the same powder that I used when I put it on originally, because I feel like that kind of impacted it as well. So I just used my typical normal powder and my normal products that I put on top, and everything's gone on really well. I actually would buy this like foundation and concealer again. I'm actually really impressed. I'm going to leave it on for a little bit and we'll come back. I mean, it's still, if you are like really flaky, I don't think it's going to be the best for you. Say for instance like psoriasis, eczema kind of dry skin, I don't know what it's going to be like. I'd say still use kind of like a moisturising primer, like a shimmery or like a glowy primer anyway, just to kind of, I don't know, counteract it, because it does cling a little bit, and it does cling a little bit into any kind of fine lines as well, especially like around my mouth, around here. And obviously this is like freshly applied, because obviously I took it all off and put it all back on again. But apart from that, like I would totally wear this for work. I think it's absolutely stunning. And I don't think I would get on with the Conceal and Define. I think the Conceal and Hydrate would probably be the one for me. So yeah, I will come back in a few hours time and see how we're getting on. So it's time for a little update on the concealer and the foundation. It's now 10:30 at night. I've had this on for, I think I put on about 3 o'clock, so maybe like 7.5 hours I've had this on. As you can probably tell, I have got a little bit oily in my T-zone, and I haven't had my glasses on today, but I have been in front of my like ring light all day long, because I've been filming all day and it's been warm. I've got the lights on behind me as well, so I have been a little bit oily. It has kind of started lifting, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, on my nose. It's still not the best. You can see that it started kind of lifting a little bit, and I found that if things like say for instance my mascara transferred underneath, if I kind of like wiped it like this, it did take some of the concealer off. So I think for long lasting it isn't necessarily the best. I wouldn't really recommend it for oily skin tones because you can see where my natural oil's starting to come through. um but I am oiling my T-zone, so it's kind of expected. It has settled into my lines around my mouth. Don't know if you'll be able to tell, but considering I've been like trying like putting different clothes on and off all day because I've been filming, I've took lipstick on and off all day and put different lipstick on. I think it's done really well considering I've been in front of a big ring light all day and in a warm room too. So I think it has like around my cheeks and stuff, like it looks absolutely stunning. I think this would be one that I would wear for like work, or if I was just like popping to town and I wanted a little bit more than what I normally wear for work, which is like a really, really light kind of coverage and not as kind of beautiful as this, if that makes sense, like not as like glam. But yeah, I would recommend if you have a dry skin. I think if you are oily like me, especially in your T-zone, I wouldn't really recommend, but it is aimed for a more dry skin audience, so it makes sense. Even though it does say that it's for all skin types, I'd recommend just going for it if you are of a dry skin or dry/normal skin. But yeah, I would definitely be trying this again. I really liked the concealer as like a eyeshadow base, so I'll be trying that again as well. So that is my overall view. Let me know what you think. What do you think of when it's up close? What do you think it looks like? And have you tried it? What are your thoughts? Are you drier than me? What has it been like on your skin? Please let me know down below. I'm really, really excited to see what your opinions are as well. Thank you so much for watching. I am so ready for bed now. I'm so ready to take this off. I can kind like you can feel it on your skin. Especially like in my T-zone, but where I'm not oily I can't really feel it. It's not very like heavy or anything like that. But yeah, I would recommend if you are of like a drier skin type, do you know what I mean? Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit subscribe. I will leave the playlist down below to all of my other foundation Fridays so you can check them out. It is a little series that I'm doing on my channel, so I hope you come along for the ride. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go now because I am so tired and you can probably tell because my words don't even make sense. Love you very much. I upload on Wednesdays, Sundays, 6 o'clock UK time. Don't forget to hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Love you, bye. Bye guys.